Hello guys, this is AJ, and in today's video we're going to be talking about small habits that can change your finance forever. So let's jump right into it. The first habit that I want to talk about is about tracking your expenses. Guys, it doesn't matter how small the expense is, you have to keep on tracking. And when it comes to tracking, this means you have to note down, you have to write somewhere, you have to use an app that actually indicates what you spent your money on. Guys, this might be really simple, it's just a simple thing, but actually guys, this can change your finances forever, because the moment you know where your money goes, it's actually easier for you to tweak things around when it comes to your spending habits. You'll actually know push more of your money, you'll actually know where you should spend your money, you'll actually know what you actually need the most. Especially it's going to be helpful when you are writing your budget. So guys, keep on tracking your expenses. It doesn't matter how smaller it is. During the day, keep on tracking. Even if the week ends, keep on tracking. When a month ends, keep on tracking. And after that, use that data to analyze your spending habits, to know where you push so much of your money, to know how you can take control of how much money you spend on every expense. This is something that is going to help you take control of your entire finances. Another small habit that can change your finance forever, guys, is about automating your savings. Guys, this may seem really simple. It's a tiny habit, but guys, it can make a really huge difference. Especially if you're the kind of person who is always spending fast before saving. You always forget to save fast before spending. Actually, automating your saving is going to help you in a really smart way. The moment you automate your savings, you select a certain amount of money that goes to your saving accounts. Just the moment the money hits your bank account, it's going to be easier for you, and you're going to be consistent when it comes to saving, because you won't have to sit down and think of, man, how much money should I push into my savings account this month? How much money should I save? Oh, I got these expenses, so let me just reduce the amount of money that I'll be saving this month. You're going to actually prevent yourself from going through these hurdles that just I'm talking about here. So guys, when you automate your saving, it just goes automatically. When the money comes in, a certain amount just goes to your saving accounts, and you even don't have to think about it. When that money is in your account, you start using it, you have already actually placed aside the amount of money that is going to your saving accounts. Guys, this is really incredible, especially if you find it so hard to save money, especially if you're the kind of person who is always having lots of things to deal with when it comes to your expenses and taking care of all the bills that you have. So automate your savings, and this, guys, is going to be a life-changing opportunity if you're someone who is actually saving for a long term, especially if you have a really big thing that you want to achieve from your saving. Another small habit that can change your finance forever, guys, is about controlling your spending. Guys, if you're someone who is always jumping into purchases simply because they're on sale, you're someone who always buy things simply because you feel like doing so, guys, this kind of habit is going to ruin you. This kind of habit is going to drop down, it's going to drag behind your progress. So when it comes to spending, especially if you have a really big purchase to make, it's going to cost you lots of money. You just have to sit on it. Actually, 24-hour rule, that's really incredible. Sit down on it. Don't just make that purchase simply because you feel like doing so, because at one point this actually might be a limiting factor for you. You might find yourself spending so much money on things that you actually don't need to. So when you sit down and actually think about the purchase you're about to make, and ask yourself if you really do need that thing, and by the end of the day, you're actually going to find out that urge of you needing that thing so bad actually faded away, and the money that you're supposed to spend on something that will have cost you so much, maybe it's not that meaningful, I will have actually be used to actually somewhere else, maybe investing, maybe go to your saving or sinking funds. So guys, always sit on purchases. It's really important, especially if you're the kind of person who can't take control of the urge, the urge of buying things, because when you do this is actually going to help you, because you're always going to be mindful about what you purchase. You're going to be mindful about how you spend your money. So this is going to help you big time when it comes to your finances. Another small habit that can change your finance forever, guys, is about setting your weekly budget check-ins. Guys, let's be honest, how many of us actually do this? Guys, I'm guilty of that. I'm actually not the kind of person who always goes into my budget every week or daily to check it out. I don't do that. And I'll go in my budget to check it in, or maybe fix some things. Maybe when the month ends, that's when I'll do that. So guys, but this is really important, because it's actually give you the ample time for you to tweak things around on your budget. So make the habit of checking in your budget every now and then. If it's possible, do it daily. If it's really kind of task, you have lots going on, maybe just do it weekly. The moment you keep on checking in your budget, you are always going to be reminded of the things that you're chasing when it comes to hitting your financial goals, when it comes to how much money you're spending, when it comes to how much money you're investing, you're seeking funds, everything else that you're working on when it comes to your finances. And also checking on the budget now and then is actually going to help you tweak things around when it comes to your expenses. It can be that there are some expenses that were really relevant some few months ago, but right now things have changed. Things keep on changing, and when you do that, when you keep on checking it, you can actually cancel these things that are actually not relevant right now, especially subscription, guys. So when you do this, it's actually give you a really good control of how you spend every single shilling. So it's really important, guys, to keep on checking your budget, reviewing it. If you keep on doing this, it might be simple, but over time this is going to add up, and it's going to impact you positively when it comes to your spending habit. Guys, this is really important. So you have to take this habit if you are actually not the kind of person who used to keep on checking on your budget weekly. Don't wait till the month is over for you to check in your budget, because you're going to realize that you have been spending money on things that you actually weren't supposed to, and this is going to drag you behind when it comes to hitting your financial goals. Another small habit that can change your finance forever, it's actually involves with investing. It involves with you investing in yourself when it comes to personal finance literacy, when it comes to personal finance knowledge. Guys, it's really important to keep on learning when it comes to money, especially if you know that you don't know so much when it comes to your finances, how to manage your cash flow, how to invest, how to earn more money. Guys, you always have to keep on learning, especially just make it a habit, a weekly habit of you actually listening or reading personal finance content online. With nowadays, we have lots of content online that you can consume when it comes to personal finance, and doing this now and then, guys, it's always going to remind you of the things that you need to take care of when it comes to your money. So learning keeps on expanding your mind, and you always keep on getting new tips on how you can manage your money, how you can save more money, how you can build your wealth. So guys, it's really important. You have to keep on learning. People keep on investing in themselves when it especially comes to knowledge. If there's something that you are required for you to find out when it comes to money marketing, when it comes to stocks, when it comes to cryptocurrency, guys, just keep on learning, because you never know when that knowledge is going to come in handy, especially when it comes to building your wealth. So guys, I really encourage you guys, make this a habit of listening or reading personal finance content weekly. This is going to help you a big time. Another small habit that may seem not really meaningful is actually reviewing your financial goals. You have goals, right? Maybe you wrote them somewhere, and maybe you forgot about them. But if you're someone who is always going to be reviewing these goals, reading these goals out loud after a while, guys, this is always going to ensure that you stay on track no matter what happens. Because sometimes you might actually create a goal about certain thing, about what you want to buy, about how much money you want to save this month. And when you actually put it aside and start involving yourself in other things, maybe like working on other projects, you can find yourself that you actually forget about the goals that you set. And when you forget about your goals, sometimes you find yourself going astray. And this means your spending habits just goes way bad. And this means you're spending more money on things that you're not supposed to. So if you make this habit of reviewing your goals now and then, it's always going to remind you to stay on track. You're always going to be motivated. You're always going to know why you're working so hard to earn that money. You're always going to know why you're so disciplined following that budget. You're going to be motivated to keep on turning your finances around. And this is something that actually makes a really huge difference from someone who doesn't actually check or review their goals. So guys, it's really important to keep on reviewing your goals, because this is going to help you stay on track no matter what happens. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm AJ. Welcome to AJ Growth. I talk about personal finance and self-development, self-improvement on this channel. So if you like that kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and keep on coming back, because weekly I actually upload 2 or 3 videos so that are going to change your perspective when it comes to money and growing yourself as an individual. Anyway guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.